We learn our boundaries from our families of origin. So let's watch the illustration and I'll be back in a minute. When I talk about healthy boundaries and I talk about where do we learn our healthy boundaries, we originally learned them from our families of origin, or FOO, as we call it in psychology, family of origin. And what do we learn? We learn love, trust, respect. Think of a small child. You're just loving them as parents. And we learn love, trust, respect for others first, then self. How many times were we taught growing up in our families, don't be so selfish, when it came to other family members? What I teach is the opposite. I teach respect, trust, love for self first, and then others. And the reason why I teach the opposite is because how can you give someone respect, trust, and love if you don't have it for yourself first? So let me give you a real world example. If I were to talk about a mom, a dad, a brother, and a sister, in my theory of respect, trust, love, boundaries would look a little something like this, where everyone would know where their boundaries are, where their limits are, and everyone would have an understanding of each member of the family and where their boundaries were. Okay, so everybody's respecting one another and trusting one another, loving one another, and no is an okay answer. So sister walks into brother's room and says, "May I borrow your favorite flannel shirt?" And brother says, "No, it's my favorite flannel shirt." In this family of respect, trust, love, that would be an acceptable answer. And sister would just walk back into her room and choose something else to wear. But in the family that we all grow up in, of love, trust, and respect, the same scenario happens. Sister walks into brother's room, asks, brother says no. Brother goes off to work, and sister sneaks back in and takes his shirt, wears it to school, comes home before he gets home, sneaks it back into his closet. Brother comes home, goes to get his flannel shirt out, finds a long hair on it, the same color as his sister's, and walks into her room and goes, "Did you borrow my shirt?" And she goes, "No." He goes, "Really? Whose hair is this?" She goes, "I don't know, somebody you're dating." And brother says, "Mom, sis borrowed my shirt and is lying about it." And sis goes, "Dad, no, I'm not." And mom and dad go, "Oh my gosh, here they go again." And for the sake of the family, based in love, trust, respect for others first and then self, dad says to his son, "Just pick something else." So you can see the kind of wonky boundaries we have going on here based in love, trust, and respect. So we go out into the world with our family of origin boundaries. We meet someone with their own version of their family of origin boundaries. And then what do? We try to have a relationship. Whether it be friends, whether it be a significant other, whether it be a work-related relationship, whatever it is, we go out into the world and we create these squiggly line boundaries. So my job when I work with clients is to help them figure out how to have this. Because if they can figure out how to have this, then they can figure out how to have healthy relationships. So what did you think about that? Most of the time when I do this illustration for people, I get a lot of, nodding, and I get a lot of yep, and a lot of smiles, because people really relate to the squiggly line boundaries that we learn from our families of origin. And what we're working towards is respect, trust, love boundaries, which are cleaner and easier to work with going through your life. So now you've seen the foundation. Now you'll understand if you check out any of the other videos in my website or any of my books, you'll understand that the foundation of squiggly lines versus respect, trust, love, you'll see me do that a lot and talk about that a lot. So take care. Enough said. Bye.